Hello, and welcome to the third episode of Nidallamere. As you can see, we have this glorious wheat field that did not take forever to grow. We also have some interesting developments in the house. We also have mail. Oh yeah, my sister wanted some cactus in the trading wagon. We'll get to that in a minute. I had some cactus in there that I took out because nobody bought it forever. Anyways, I got a disc from a creeper. It is weight, I think. So if we just head down here, ta-da! So to start off, we have this map. That's my house. That is my sister's, my brother's, and then Edward's. Gabe is somewhere in here. And then there's, I think, two other people have joined just today. We have clearly a ton of new armor. We have the piglin, the panda, the bee, skeleton, the zombie, the chicken, and the axolotl. I'm gonna try on the axolotl first because it looks the silliest. Oh, it's cute! Supposed to give me water breathing and a speed effect while on water, so let's check that out. We go really fast. The armor kinda sucks in itself, and the durability I also saw was really bad. Next up, we have chicken, which I don't think works with my skin that well, but I do think it's kinda quirky. The ability is supposed to give me speed boost. I just laid an egg. Okay, so it doesn't last long at all. Boo! It's supposed to give me slow falling, so let's see how that works. Okay, so the zombie one kind of sucks. It gives you slowness and puts your FOV up so bad. This is me sprinting. It's not so bad if you're jumping. Ironically, the chicken has gotten to bed with the cat. So maybe the cat will kill the chicken? Oh, okay. Next up we have Skeleton, which doesn't give you any unique abilities, but it makes you do 25% more damage with bows and arrows. Now we have the bee armor. It gives me little wings. Ain't that just the cutest? So I think... Yeah, let's try that again. Okay, so it's kind of like a little flutter. It's not really an actual slow fall. Next up, we have the Panda armor. It gives you regeneration, but the FOV, again, is so... It's super zoomed in because it gives you slowness as well. It also gives you a regeneration effect. Let's see how that works. Oh! Okay. Uh-huh. Right, okay, so that takes forever. Same as zombie sprint jumping, it's not so bad, but it still sucks. This is the Piglin armor. It's super cute, but sadly the durability and armor is really low. It's supposed to give you a saturation effect, so overall it's not great, but it does give you saturation. Also have some interesting developments in the mines. If we go down here, I have made a ladder that goes all the way down to -58. If we step out right here and go through here, we can go into our amethyst geode, which is right here, which we can quickly find our spider spawner. I know we found that earlier, but there is also something else which is equally as exciting. Do you hear that? This is also a slime chunk. Look at this little man! I'm thinking about having a pet slime at some point, but I have no idea how I'm going to get this all the way up there. There is a mangrove biome near me, but I don't remember if slime spawned in mangroves, so for right now, we're just gonna up through here, climb up a little. We have a skeleton spawner as well. It's about 30 blocks from the spider spawner. I think I'll be using this one more because I think it has better XP and just better resources it'll give me. So this is awesome. So Edward has set up a very, very intricate system within the trading wagon. I'll explain it when we get there. Okay, so obviously we have the trading wagon, and it's become a very popular hotspot. Let's see what Aaron's trading. Something in here was 5 diamonds. Here's what I'm selling. Nothing great. People needed this stuff. Somebody bought essence from me. My sister trading golden horse armor, a banner, 2 clocks, and orange glazed terracotta. Any hoosers, with Edward, these are not things you're trading for. These are things you give him. So, if I were to give him 64 sand, I would get 1 credit. Those credits can accumulate to get things in these catalogs. For example, if I wanted an iron pickaxe, I would have to have 3 credits, which is currently on discount, and it was 8. All of this stuff is basically why it costs how much it does. Hi, new person. They have said hello. Aaron has seemed to have done some things. Looks like 2 silos and a windmill. Hello. This thing's big. This would not function. This would even scrape across the ground. It's really pretty though. I like what he did with the blades. And the grindstones were a nice touch. He's also built himself a little house in what seems to be a toll bell. He's got some other construction coming up. Let's check out Edwards. Ooh, bridge update. Entering the province of Astinus. Entering the province of Granborough. So this is basically a terrain change. We've got the puppies. The new thick bridge. We have the mailbox. This is where you put this requested items. I have 47 credits, which is a lot. You need about 41 to get a full suit of diamond armor, and I am going to do that at some point. We'll get there. The puppies. Okay. We have the kitties. We have the camel. Ted the Wandering Camel. Horsey is named Redgust. We have a map of the motherland. Ooh, hi Edward. That's me. That is my sister. That is my brother. This is Edward. Gabe is somewhere over here. I'm not sure where everybody else is basing. I haven't seen any other people's bases. We have a massive wheat field and huge wool operation. Hello. So if you press this button, it shears all of them, but I'm not going to do that because I don't want to meddle with Edward's things. We have cows, sheep, pigs, and chickens. Villagers don't seem to be any different, but I do hope one day he could maybe commission me to make them some houses. We'll see. Okay. Who here is a communist? We have 2 communists in the chat. I'm not actually a communist. I'm just playing along. I want to see where this goes. Edward is a huge capitalist, obviously. What I like about the server is that we are not trading in iron and such things. We are trading with bartering, so whatever resources we need, we ask for that in payment. Eventually, since I have the bone farm and spider farm, I am going to be selling probably wool and bones and such. Probably also amethyst shards and whatever armor I get from the skeletons. Over in Concord, we have this island. I'm not sure I'm going to name it yet, but this is all under construction. We're building all of these this episode. We have what is going to be a donations box sort of thing. We have what's going to be a quest board. We'll get to that when it's done. This is going to be a merchant's tent, but to make the tent, we need wool. So I've cleared out a small space for a little pen just for sheep, and the said sheep are right here. They have been trapped in this bamboo for forever. I'm sparing him for now. Okay, we have sheep. He will stay here until the end of time. Do you hear me? So thanks to the fact that I have a massive wheat field, I have an abundance of wheat just for my little one by my house. So I'm going to breed these up until we have a bunch, and I'll get back to you when we have a lot of wool. So the right side of the island is done. First up, we have the quest board. It's mostly just going to be news about what's going on in Concord, but people can talk to me about putting advertisements on here. Requests can be put up by citizens of Concord, and when accomplished, can get you a little bit of cash. You can put the requested item in this barrel. Let's say someone requested 64 scaffolding. They would find whatever the payment was, which in this case would be 5 iron, exactly where they placed it in the barrel. Then we have the donations bin. It's basically saying you can donate stuff to Concord for further progress on shops and other builds, and these are the items that we need. And finally, we're gonna work on this. I've got all the wool and the dyes. We'll be back when it's done. So in the Discord, Aaron said that a new settlement has popped up way over here, about 500 blocks. So we're gonna go check that out. Me when I get sidetracked for the 1000th time. And I just remembered that Edward built a waterway, and I probably could have taken a boat there, but we're already halfway there, so that's the desert well from episode 1. We've arrived. Big mine, hello. And a house. All items 8 iron unless labeled otherwise. We've got some books, some lapis, redstone, nautilus shell, nothing. 12 diamonds for camel, saddle not included. I will be purchasing a camel at some point. We've got a church of some kind. Is there a sermon? No. Oop. Welcome to the Oasis, one of the many merchant outposts. This book will contain quests for the region. Complete every quest will be story-driven and will help grow the outpost over time. Please leave the book and turn in any quest items upstairs. Check regularly for quests or events. Funky. barred off room. Leave any item upstairs, they said. The merchant tent is finally done. It took me so long to find some freaking raw gold to the point where I'm like, I'm not gonna touch raw gold anymore. And I just put a gold block and it looks fine. But yeah, I don't actually have anything in here right now, so technically it's not functional, but it will be open. I was going to have llamas strapped up, like I was gonna wait for a wandering merchant to spawn, so I could take his llamas and put chests on them and then maybe sell stuff that's in the chests. And I had one hooked up to here, came over here, watched it die, and the remains of it are right here. So everybody say thank you to your local wolf. Speaking of wolves, I want to go get one, but I'm out of bones because it took me 6 stacks of bone meal. 6 stacks of bone meal for this stupid freaking tree. Y'all, I have got to make that bone farm. That's going to be priority number 1 next episode, or even before that episode. I'm probably going to do that in between because I just need bones, dude. Let's get a dog. Another thing I want to do is set up a bubble elevator to get here because this takes way too long. All right, let's get started. Ooh! I could go to the savannah and get one from there, but I like this one better. There's a waterway I could have took instead of going all the way over there. I was just thinking about it. I really love some sweet berries because they'd be easy bone meal and they're amazing decoration, but I am not about to go on another 6,000 block excursion for some damn sweet berries. I'm not doing it. You. Yes! Let's go home, and we're gonna get you a name. I don't actually have a name in mind, so I'm gonna ponder on my way home. I might name him Loki because I have a dog named Loki at my dad's house, and he is the cutest, stanky breath dog ever. And we will give him a yellow collar because Loki is yellow and sometimes smells like Frito chips, and also old mustard. Where did you go? Boink! We have a Bubby. So I have 2 name tags because we're also going to name the horse. We have Loki. Boink! And then we have Viella for the horse. Mrs. Viella, which I also acquired some gold horse armor for. I'm going to spruce up some pathing a little bit. I want to have a centerpiece at some point, so I'm going to make a little space in the middle for that. But other than that, I'm just going to make a few paths to go around in each direction. Just in a circle, and I'll be back when that is done. I just had a random memory of me being in like 2nd grade, and this girl sitting next to me. No, it was 1st grade. There's this girl sitting next to me. We were taking a test. Her name was Avery, and she was like, "What did you get?" And I'm like, "We're not allowed to talk during a test." And my teacher looked at me dead in my eyes when I said that. Tell me why when I got home I had a 0 on my test, big fat 0. So as a 1st grader, my mom's like, "So why'd you get 0 on a test?" Then like she's looking at the problems or whatever it was. She's like, "You got most of these right, so like why'd you get a 0?" And I'm like, I didn't know because little me did not know. I could not fathom, like in my mind I didn't do anything wrong. And turns out, yeah, I got in trouble for talking during a test, and I don't think Avery ever got in trouble. So the excuse I gave my mom was she must have saw me yawning and thought I was talking. I also had an excuse. I cut a shirt I had. It was a Mario shirt, and I remember it had a Cheep Cheep on it. But I think it was like a red shirt and it had all the different little Mario enemies on it. And I got scissors and cut it on purpose because I just want to see what it would do. Because I'm in kindergarten, like curiosity moment. And I got home and mom was like, "Why did you cut your shirt?" And I'm like, "I didn't cut my shirt." And she goes, "Your teacher called me and told me you cut your shirt." I'm like, "I didn't though." And she goes, "Okay, then what actually happened?" And I'm like, "The wind must have blew too hard." Me in kindergarten. I'm such a genius. I thought this was the most advanced security system on the planet. I have the mind of a the mind of a master.
What's that? I don't know, but I'm so creative like that.
Sometimes I reference things and I know half the people who are gonna watch this are not gonna get it, and I don't care. I don't care. It's funny to me. I'm also thinking about turning this into like a little rock path, like just get because this wasn't here originally, so I'm thinking of tearing this down and making a little rock, water pebbly thing. I'll have to test out some things to see how it should look, but we'll see. I might add some other small little stalls here and there because I do want this to feel like a little market. But as of right now, we only have the tent, so we're going to need more than just one tent for it to be a market. Speaking of market, welcome to Riesling Market. Riesling, like Concord, is a type of grape. I did a little bit of research. I think this is the grape they used to make white wine, but then again, that research consisted of, hey Google, types of grapes. I'm probably going to put like amethyst shards and stuff in here, just like stuff a merchant would sell, stuff that would actually be useful, but just stuff that is uncommon but not rare, stuff that you occasionally just want, so maybe like copper, amethyst shards, bone blocks, maybe some mushroom blocks, just mushrooms in general. We'll see. We'll see what goes on in there. And with that, I think I'm done for the day with Riceland Market. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Nidallamere. Oh, it took so long to make it. Trust, it took so long. I had a lot of fun designing the tent. The tent is my favorite part of today. It also took forever, but it was still fun nonetheless. I also love how pixelated and trashy my shield looks compared to the actual banners. I never mentioned that we made a banner, but anyway, I hope you enjoyed. I will see you in the next one. Bye now.